Who did he?
Puffy. The status of
What do you make of that situation?
Music executive died yesterday with a value of $850 million at the ripe age of 94, cozy and comfy in his bed. And every dollar of that $850 million was made off the backs of artists who did not make it to live past.
That 1995 meeting in Beverly Hills in the home of who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston. I said it. His days are numbered. And there were rappers there from all over the country. They were invited to the home along with members of the CIA, FBI, which they didn't understand why the government was there, including many directors and CEOs of the private prisons throughout the United States. Whereas
I've made it no secret that I just thought it was in poor taste for you to continue with the pre-Grammy party when Whitney's body was still upstairs in the hotel room. Remember, Whitney passed away the same day as annual party. Why did you go on and have the party? Just asking.
Well, you're a very small minority because if you knew Whitney better, you knew she was not there to perform.
Yeah.
This was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year. This party was so part of her.
So you're saying that she
that the family, we spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
Her body was still upstairs.
For years, Usher said very little publicly about his early experiences around Sean Diddy Combs. But old interviews and recent online discussions have brought that chapter of his career back into the spotlight. Many people have started revisiting comments Usher made over the years, with some questioning why he remained largely quiet despite the growing allegations surrounding Diddy. Others believe his silence reflected the complicated position he was in after being mentored by one of the music industry's most powerful figures. Because Usher was one of the biggest artists to come through Diddy's camp, anything he says about that period naturally attracts attention. Online speculation has also drawn Justin Bieber into the conversation because Usher helped mentor him early in his career, though there is no verified evidence supporting many of the claims circulating on social media. The story goes back to when music executive L.A. Reid introduced a 13-year-old Usher to Diddy, who became an important mentor in his career. Looking back, many people have questioned whether placing such a young teenager in that environment was appropriate. In past interviews, Usher acknowledged that he was exposed to an adult lifestyle at a very young age. In 2004, during the era of his Confessions album, Usher said in a Rolling Stone interview that Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of experiences, including parties. He said there were always people around, and you never knew what you might see when walking into a room. Years later, during his 35th birthday celebration, Usher again reflected on those early years. I was introduced to everything by Puff Daddy when I was only 15, parties, women, and that lifestyle, but I never let it take over me. Those comments have continued to fuel debate about what life was really like during that period of his career.
So I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
Usher's mother, Jonetta Patton, has also spoken in the past about being protective of her son during his early years in the music business. As allegations surrounding Diddy have grown, former associates and online commentators have made additional claims about what may have happened behind the scenes. However, many of those allegations remain unproven, have been denied, or have not been verified in court. As legal proceedings continue, questions about what really happened during those years remain the subject of ongoing public discussion rather than established fact.
Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man,
Niggas bleeding from the...
After that period, Usher's mother, Janetta Pat, took him out of Diddy's circle, and he later began working with Jermaine Dupri, who played a major role in shaping his second album, My Way. As the allegations surrounding Diddy have grown, a number of online commentators and public figures have tried to explain how they believe those events fit into a broader pattern. Some have claimed that abusive behavior can become cyclical, with victims sometimes repeating harmful dynamics they experienced themselves. Others have gone much further, repeating stories and rumors involving Clive Davis, Russell Simmons, Andre Harrell, and Suge Knight. Those claims have never been substantiated, and many have been publicly denied or remain entirely unverified. Those guys they introduced cocaine to artists. So once they got on cocaine, once they got on substances, once they got on alcohol, then that's when the weird stuff happened. I think that's what took Puffy down that lane. Combs was taught that he got Usher alcohol, substances, and ex Justin Bieber. And see, they do these things to take control. You choose to be gay, that's your preference, but they're doing this to people for control. Everybody said what was done to Usher, and they have done it to Justin Bieber. And the deal with Usher. Usher spent the night with him and Puffy being in the same bed. He added those guys pull their pants down and bent over. They stick the egg up their hole, their eggs break. They say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood without attending those parties. It's hard to comprehend what happened. You know, hurt people hurt people. Someone was said they wind up being a perpetrator. I think it was done to him. An unnamed source has also been quoted in media reports, making additional claims about Clive Davis, but those statements remain unverified. Meanwhile, many people have pointed out that Usher later helped introduce Justin Bieber to the music industry after Scooter Braun discovered him on YouTube and connected him with Usher, who signed him to RBMG Records. Because Bieber also spent time around Diddy early in his career, that connection has become another source of online speculation, although there is no verified evidence supporting many of the rumors circulating today.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion.
Yeah.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Questions have also continued to surround Justin Bieber's early relationship with Diddy. Social media users frequently revisit old videos and photographs, attempting to connect them to today's controversies. Some viral clips have been widely shared with dramatic captions, but they do not establish the allegations being made, and many interpretations remain speculative. Someone posted the video and said a video of P. Diddy and The Game giving Justin Bieber drinks is going viral. People believe Justin was used multiple times at this party. As more lawsuits and investigations involving Diddy continue, public interest in these older relationships has only grown. Some believe additional people may eventually speak publicly about their experiences, while others caution against treating internet speculation as fact. Posh, one person reacted to this saying, "This mistreated, abused the artists that he was supposed to be representing and was responsible for the early premature deaths of many of them. He profited greatly from their deaths. Davis trained Diddy into becoming the Black Epstein. Davis was an evil Satan-worshipping man. Don't get it twisted. Good riddance," another person said. "This gay PDF, Clive Davis, is just like most of the other Hollywood music industry. This is the Epstein class, yet they roam free. This piece of trash was allowed to die peacefully in his home and go straight to hell. Can't wait to see more of these guys go." As always, many of these opinions come from social media users rather than verified evidence. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video.